Hi guys, happy Friday. I hope everyone's out there doing well. My name is Amy and I'm with Anchor Her. We embrace, empower, ignite women impacted by incarceration, domestic violence, and addiction. Today I wanted to talk to everyone about faith. I've heard from so many people like, I'm trying to find my faith, or some people that, well, I did have faith, but now I just don't know. I just have lost hope. But I just want to encourage you. In the Bible, it says that in Hebrews 11:1, faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. So I think that so many times, like, we want a glimpse, we want a taste, we want something to show that God is working, that He is working on our promise. But that's just not faith, and that's not hope, because it is of what we cannot see. And we just have to trust God. And I know it's hard to trust God, especially when people have let us down. But I want to tell you about a story about Abraham. With Abraham in in Genesis 12:1-3, Abraham gets a promise from God. Him and his wife Sarah are going to have a son, and Abraham is going to be a father of many nations. So he's going to have a bunch of children. And in that time, he didn't believe it. He was like, I can't believe that this is actually going to happen. Well, then he has a son, Isaac. In Genesis 22, God actually asks him, okay, I know you have this son. You've seen a bit of your promise, but now I want you to sacrifice him. I want you to take him up on Mount Moriah and sacrifice him to me. Without question, Abraham went up to the mountain. He got his son, he took him to the mountain, and he was going to sacrifice him. He pulled the knife out, and just as he done that, an angel whispered his name, and a ram was caught in a thicket for him to sacrifice. So he didn't have to sacrifice his son. I think I've heard that story so many times, but what I didn't realize is, number one, he didn't question God. He just did it. And he believed in his promise. He believed if God said he was going to be a father of many nations, that he was. And I think so many times we get a promise from God and we don't stand by it when things get hard, when things don't look like that's going to happen, when something's been taken from us, or we don't see things straight. We want to give up on the promise. God didn't give up on the promise, and we just got to trust him. That's part of our faith. It's just trusting the things that we cannot see. So if you are waiting on a promise, you have a promise from God. Hang in there and trust him to bring it to fruition. And maybe you're someone that says, I'm trying to find my faith. I don't even know what to hope for. And I would just say, number one, God wants to give us the desires of our heart. What is the desires of your heart? And bring them to God. And if you just are like, I don't even know if I believe in God, ask him to show himself to you. Ask him to show himself to you in a practical way, because I know he will do it. He is a good God, and he is a loving God. And maybe you're having tough times right now, and maybe you just need hope. Hope is the anchor of our soul, and I tell you, grab onto that with all you have, because if we look with our natural eyes, we're going to be like, why even hope? Why should I even make it another day? But I'm telling you, just stay put, stay in hope, because God has good things for us. And God wants to do amazing things in our lives. Like, we are not dead, and God is not done. So we just have to trust him, put our hands in his. Today, if you have some decisions to make, you're looking to make a next step, whether you're out there and you're still in active addiction, put your hands in the Lord's and let him guide you. Maybe it's time to take that next step. It is time to take that next step. Don't wait until it's comfortable and it's perfect. That time's never going to come. Make that step. Maybe you're taking another step with a job or a ministry. Don't wait for your time to be perfect on that either. Like, take the steps today and trust the Lord and have faith. I just encourage each of you today in your Friday to have the best Friday you can have. If there's something on your heart that's burdening it, maybe there's something that you feel like is injustice or you want to help with, volunteer, reach out, do something, be a part of it. Like, I thought a long time ago, like, I want to leave a legacy, not a liability. And I felt like I was a liability before, like I was doing all these things, and I didn't want to leave my family, with that kind of legacy. I want to leave a real actual legacy. So I just encourage each of you, what is your next step? Do it and trust in the Lord, because he loves you. He loves you so much. Have a blessed day.